it's other coaches who apparently your guy has come out and said that the other coaches are the ones that actually are hating on Prime and Deion Sanders. Take a listen.
The group that dislikes it the most is opposing coaches. They despise it. They hate it.
I thought it was a lot of disrespect the whole week.
One of the comments that kind of disturbed me out of all the comments is that I'm not swag. Who is swag if I ain't swag?
So you can talk about a culture change and, a resetting of the standards and what the expectations are. Gave guys 12 months of grace, and I was unlike Deion. I gave guys 12 months of grace to figure it out.
It was extremely personal. We go out there, warm up. You got the head coach for the other team trying to stand in the middle of the buff. Like the coach said a lot of things about my pops, about the program. I don't respect that.
And we go there, we pray for blessing. When they came in, I asked them if they wanted. I asked Shadur if he wanted to pray with us.
Yay!
But again, no one's going to tell me who I am. I know exactly who I am.
I told him I took my hat off and I took my glasses off, and I said, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me.
But he alluded to the fact that his mama raised him, and my mama didn't raise me right.
I raised him right. If you have to kick ass, kick ass.
I'm trying to remember what they won to affect this conference. I don't remember them winning anything.
This game ain't going to be played in Hollywood. It's going to be played on the grass. Yes, sir. The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks. We're fighting for wins.
Rooted in substance. Rooted in substance.
Let me. Can I give you my take first, Matt?
Please do.
It's your show, man.
It's your show. Like, you added us on here. It's your shit.
Yeah, I know, but I usually get the guests first, and then I end it. I want to give my take first, so both of you can kind of give us your feedback. Yeah, cuss me out, whatever. Here's my thing. People really think we're worried about getting cussed out on the show, fighting each other on the show. Like, people really think, I see the comments like, here we go. We don't give a fuck, people. Okay,
here we go.
Anyway,
here we go about what?
Like, we'll fight. We're going to fight over this or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to climb through the computer and sock Smitty. And
we do have the studio, though, so if you fly out here, that could get a little dangerous, so we'll see.
Well, when I stop being an advanced volunteer, then I'll fly out there.
Thank you. So Smitty got to get money. That's what it means. Smitty got to pay you. All right, here we go.
Yep,
First of all, Shador's comments. Shador's comments about standing on the Buffalo. You've made comments several times over the past few years that you thought in the beginning. Now you've changed your tone because of NIL. It's kind of changed the tone for you. But a year ago, you were like, man, I want to see the fucking alma mater, the fight song. I want to see things that are ground-rooted, brought back up into this culture building situation. That didn't happen. So when he says step on the Buffalo, I find it kind of oxymoronic because you don't give a fuck about that Buffalo. You care about your daddy, which is you should, but you care about your dad. Let's say that more than the Buffalo because you guys don't really care. This is Prime University. Now, that's the first thing that stood out at me. You don't care about that goddamn Buffalo. Stop it. It's a mercenary business now. This is JUCO at its finest. And in JUCO, we didn't give a fuck about the I in the middle of the fucking field. Let's be real about it. So we were worried about getting guys in and out, Matt and Smitty. You know that. We've got to get them out, get them to the next level. For your guys' level at the Colorado level is to get them to the NFL. For me, it was to get them D1. So it's the same goal. Now, that was the first thing that stood out. The rest of the shit, I've never remembered in my 48 years of other coaches talking about another coach so often. Because usually it's kind of tightly knitted or tightly nipped. If you didn't really like a coach, there's a lot of coaches I know that didn't like each other, but you didn't go public. So now it's going public, which is a first for me, probably because social media and other things, phones are so accessible maybe. But I wanted to just ask your guys' take. Is it because what we talk about? This is literally, there's a show about Deion in Colorado every day on YouTube. By the way, many worse than this one. So go ahead and go do your research, people out there that think all we do is talk about Prime. Go check YouTube. There's millions of fucking videos on Prime in Colorado. So I just want to get your take. That's my two takeaways from that video. But I just think it's kind of weird that we're grown men in this business are chasing the same thing, hopefully, to get kids better and get them moved on, that they're talking about each other like this. It's kind of wild to me.
Jealousy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, the hate
How
is
can you
real.
be jealous of someone who's never won? Stop, Smitty. That
Real
shit
quick.
fucking hurts me, homie.
That's the point.
What is he jealous of?
Let me say it. They haven't won yet.
You're jealous of beating a team 58 to fucking nothing?
They haven't won
fuck
yet.
out of there.
Most of those
Jealous of nobody.
Most of those videos were comments prior to them playing those teams or playing Colorado,
No,
and some of those guys didn't even play them. But my point, let me say it real quick. You didn't give me a chance to say the shit. Jealousy because the fact that they haven't won shit yet, but they're getting all the attention as if they are national champions. I think a lot of these coaches are tired of seeing Deion on the headlines, tired of hearing his speeches online, tired of seeing him in front of the camera, and tired of the media showing Colorado and the Buffs so much love. You guys remember last season, especially the first like 4 or 5 games, these Colorado was everywhere. You had Fox flying out there, you had College Game Day flying out there, you had like it was big business going on all around Coach Prime in Colorado. So in my opinion, I think these coaches are jealous of the attention, not how good they are or whatever. We'll see how good they'll be this season. I think it's the attention aspect that they're getting and the fact that the attention isn't equating yet to success on the field. Matt, jump in, please.
Matt, we got 2 minutes, Matt, please. So we got 2 minutes. It's all yours.
Okay. And then Bailey, at the end of that 2 minutes, do your thing. I agree to a point. I think that it's a lot of it is just the fact that they don't have the same, camera point. It's not pointed at them all the time, but they could do it like that if they wanted to. Every coach has a media department. If they wanted to put everything out, they could. Every coach I sit down with brings up Colorado, and we're in Colorado, and they know I played there, so it's an easy talking point. But everybody breaks them up, and no one used to bring up Colorado at all. It wasn't even a topic of conversation. So everybody brings them up. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got something to say on the new way of doing things. And old school guys hate it, and the new school guys don't care. And it's just part of the game. And, there's not a whole lot you can do to change that, honestly. I personally think this. If you're not being hated on, like if people aren't telling you you're an asshole coach, and if people aren't hating on you, Smitty, in the comments, and people aren't hating on me, we're not doing our jobs, dog. So this is not a get along to go along job. This is a you don't like what I have to say, get fucked job. So Coach Prime is in the ultimate you don't like what I say, get fucked position because he doesn't answer to anyone. So that if he doesn't answer to anybody, then everything's on him. Now, look, man, this situation they find themselves in, losing 6 games by 1 score, going 4-8 last year, flipping over the roster again, but keeping your main pieces intact. I'm going into this year the same way I was going into last year. I have no idea what kind of team we're going to get. I think we're going to have really good play at the quarterback position, and Travis Hunter's going to be special. By the way, I told y'all he was going to be on the cover, dog. I don't know why you don't just listen to me. I said on this show, verbatim, homeboy's going to be on the cover, and 2 hours later, he's on the fucking cover. So I just think that, look, the Colorado hype is brought on by Prime. It's not brought on by winning. We haven't won anything in a long time. Again, I was a senior the last time we won a bowl game there, and I'm 42. So that ain't good.
Hey, that's a great point because you said earlier it's the new way, but I don't know if it can be the new way if you haven't won shit. So I'm glad you touched on that.
Well, it's the new way. Look, it's working from a recruiting standpoint because he is so he's gravitational, bro. I've always said this, but it's the way Prime makes you feel about you when you're around him. It's special. So it's different than most people I've ever met. So a lot of people don't see that. They just see the social media Prime. I know the man. So I think that he gets a little bit of a bad rap. I think he's putting everything out there because that is the way that he can take a bottom feeding program and get it the same kind of hype and the same kind of media attention as the top programs. And that's that's exactly what happened. And it's exactly what happening. And that's why the Blue Bloods and all of the folks that are used to being like fans of Alabama or fans of LSU or fans of Texas or Oklahoma or whatever the fuck, where you're always, well, not always, but 90% of the time you've got a pretty good damn football team and you're competing. They don't like the way that this has happened. They don't like the fact that Prime found a different avenue to get players, a different avenue to, push his team, a different avenue to manipulate the media. They don't like that shit. So what they should do is copy it, not hate on it, because usually greatness is mimicked and not hated on too long.